It's bomb time, baby.
First Nephi chapter 1 verse 6. And it came to pass that as he prayed unto the Lord, being Lehi, there came a pillar of fire and dwelt upon a rock before him, and he saw and heard much. And because of the things which he saw and heard, he did quake and tremble exceedingly. So here we have Lehi's call as to being a prophet. This is it. He prays unto the Lord, and he sees a pillar of fire, which is, you first think there's maybe a pyro around or something. But Lehi would have recognized this, I would think, as an Israelite. If you go into Exodus 13, verse 21, it talks about a lot of times Jehovah appearing as a pillar of fire to be able to lead the children of Israel at night. So the Lord is mentioned a lot of times as like this burning fire. And so Lehi probably would have immediately recognized this is a sign that he was seeing Adonai or Yahweh, Jehovah, all the different names. So he would have immediately saw this. Then it says that he saw and heard much. That's all it really says. I'm not sure if in the 116 pages of Lehi's writings, the part that was lost, if it maybe says a bit more and Nephi just keeps it out, or if Lehi is just, there's things a lot of times that happen in visions that there's just not much you can actually say. A lot of it is too sacred. Our Lord doesn't want it revealed at that point. I didn't mention it going back a little bit. It says that the fire dwelt upon a rock before him. I don't know if that has any sort of religious significance or if that has any symbolic significance or anything, but it dwells on the rock before him. We do talk about the rock being a couple different things a lot of times. One, talk about the rock being revelation, the power of that. Jesus also tells Peter, upon this rock will I build my church, which of course Catholics look at as Peter, his name meaning stone, or I think it's like a small stone or a tiny stone, or I don't, maybe he passed a lot of stones. I don't know. No one knows, right? You can't know everything. But it dwelt upon a rock before him. So I don't know if this is a picture of the Lord and his revelation coming here. The sturdiness of the Lord about the man building his house upon a rock and not sand. I think we've all heard the primary song. It's actually a primary song. It's very dark, kind of scary at the end. And because of the things which he saw and heard, he did quake and tremble exceedingly. Now, this happens a lot to people when they see, a lot of times they see angels or the Lord. Talks about them quaking and trembling. But angels a lot of times appear the first time, and there's a lot of lot of fear among the people. Immediately they're taken back. It seems that the glory, just even of angels, we're not talking about even God here, but angels appearing can be absolutely frightening, right? It's like when you're sleeping and then someone comes in and all of a sudden you hear, and the clapper turns on, light comes on, wakes you up, you're immediately scared. That sort of light that comes in, it reminds me of Isaiah when he gets his call, right? He comes in and comes into the temple, and the entire robe of Jehovah fills the temple. There's 2 seraphims and a bunch of wings, I think like 12. And he says, woe is me, I'm undone, a man of unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst of people with unclean lips. And for mine eyes have seen the King, the Lord of hosts. And he says this immediately. He sees the glory, he sees the beauty of God, and he's like, I am done for. That is absolutely it, right? Like, you immediately realize how sinful you are, how righteous the Lord is, his glory, all these sort of things that he has and what you don't have. Reminds me of the times when you run into somebody really good looking and you look at them and talk at them and you realize how unattractive you are. It's not that you don't already know you're unattractive, right? You've already looked in the mirror enough times. But when you look at that person, you see how white their teeth are, how straight they are, how nice they are, just how attractive they are. It immediately kind of pulls you back, right? Like, I am a man of unfull lips. And so you see those sort of things, and and I think that seeing the Lord, or these sort of things that happen, the absolute beauty and the opposite that happens. So I don't know, maybe Isaiah just wasn't attractive. I don't know. No. Yes. Yes. No. No. Come on. Yes. Yes. Got it.
Is it spelled correctly?